Alright, so I'm leaving Guitar Center. I have some stuff I need
In 300 feet, turn right.
to
Turn right, then turn
take
left.
care of some stuff with church, and as you can hear, the GPS is giving me absolutely amazing advice. I don't know if you can see it through the mirror, but or through the camera, but right now it's snowy and nasty out. The
Turn left.
oh shoot! I never realized that the Guitar Center was right next to Target. But where is this thing taking me?
Turn right on Brandywine Parkway, then turn left.
Is this Brandywine Parkway? But anyway, so I don't know. I've got a few videos planned. Right now I'm trying to get some rest actually, because I spent 7 hours in the hospital the other day. I still don't know how it happened, but apparently I was choking.
Turn left on Namens Road, then turn right.
Oh yeah, I can, there's no right turn here. Oh, I guess I didn't go to the right place.
Turn right on Namens Road, then turn left.
But tell them the sign here says no right turn. So I can't turn right, so I have to turn left. This happened to me last time I came here. Apparently I went to the wrong exit. Oops. But what happened was we were eating dinner and I went to take a drink. I could feel a little bit of pressure in my chest, but I didn't think I was choking, and drink got about here and came right back up all over the couch, and the blanket on the couch, and carpet in front of the couch, and the cat. Well, actually not quite the cat, but it just sounded funny. So
In 1/2 mile, turn right on Pearl Road.
So we tried numerous things, like trying to get me to then I went to try to take another drink, and same result. So we tried numerous things to get this out of me on our own, and and failed. So eventually I called my mother and I explained to her what's going on. She's like, you should probably go to the ER. So I did. What was that, Thursday night? Yeah, Thursday night. And I told my boss on the way there that I was on my way to Christiana Hospital. I said, unless they keep me all night, I probably should be home tomorrow, or should be working. Turned out that was a lie. I felt bad because we got there. I signed the initial paperwork at 8:27 p.m. and we left at like 3 or 3:30.
Turn right on Pearl Road.
And there was a guy that was in the waiting room when we got there, and he was still in the waiting room when we left. So I felt kind of sorry for the dude. And so
In 1.5 miles, turn right on
so
Folk
what they
Road.
did, against my best wishes, because I'll be honest with you, I don't do well with needles, and they gave me an IV in my arm, which the girl actually did a pretty good job. Wow, people were ordering Papa John's for delivery. It's like, that's just plain rude. I would never order delivery in the snow. I just think that's ignorant. But if I had to, I would definitely tip very, very well. Ugh, I do not like the ABS in this thing. But so they gave me a couple different drugs. For one, we were just beginning to eat. I'm hypoglycemic, which means if I don't eat every so often, my blood sugar will drop and send me into what's known as hypoglycemic shock, where I just start puking and throwing up and everything. So luckily I didn't. I was actually in some ways I was hoping that would happen, so they wouldn't have to give me an IV. But they started talking to me about the possibilities of what were happening. They were going to give me this glue, whatever, blah blah. It actually takes your esophagus and relaxes it. They didn't explain to me. They were just talking about, this is one thing we're going to do, and then we're going to, you'll most likely have to have a upper GI scope done. I'm like, wouldn't it be more humane just to kill me? And they didn't like that joke. I don't do hospitals and doctors well. My family physician has said to me in the past, hey, how come you always wait until it's almost too late to come in here? So,
in 1/4 mile, turn right on Folk Road.
But so they gave me the drugs to do this esophagus, and then while she was still injecting it, I started throwing up, and I threw up this big piece of beef. And I don't know how it got stuck there. It's like I chewed it. Maybe I didn't chew it quite good enough. I don't know, but like I was able to breathe. I was able to talk, but I just couldn't swallow food or water because this was blocking the pipe to my stomach. And oh God, Folk Road is a slushy disaster. There are certain times. Generally, I like having
2.5 miles. Keep left on Folk Road.
Generally, I enjoy having a 300 horse inline six. When it's snowing out, I don't enjoy having a 300 horse inline six. But yeah, because actually I went to drink some tea, and then next thing I know, it's all over the place. So for right now, yeah, actually, like when they gave me the drugs, after I coughed this thing up, they say to me, we basically consider anything over 15 minutes to be unsuccessful. And I started hacking this up while she was still injecting me with it. And so I didn't even really feel it come up. I just started coughing and hacking, and next thing I know, I feel this thunk in the little puke bucket that was in my lap. And I look at it, I'm like, I said to the girl, I said, there it is, call the doctor, I'm going home. She's like, well, we have to make sure you're able to swallow and all that before. I said, well, then get me a cup of water right now. But they still didn't give me the cup of water until maybe 10 minutes after that happened. But man, like I was, because I had said to Rebecca, I said, if by some miracle we get out of here before I go into hypoglycemic shock without getting needles, I'm not telling them I'm hypoglycemic. I'll walk out of here a little dizzy and go to Wawa and get a hot dog. But so they ended up giving me the fluids for the to keep my blood sugar straight. You know, I hate doctors, but you know what? They did a good job. They really did. But excuse me. It's like the other thing was, her uncle said to me, she goes, well, there's a hospital near me called Salem, the Memorial Hospital of Salem County, and they're not known as the best hospital. And her uncle's like, hey, you could have just went to you went to Salem, you probably wouldn't have been there all night. I said, or they would not have found it, because the other thing is they don't have. I went to Christiana Hospital here in Delaware. This is where I'm at now. Ooh. Okay, for once the AVS didn't try to kill me. But they have specialists on board pretty much 24/7. And thing is, like, if there was an emergency where I had to see a specialist, I would have been able to. Salem would have either sent me home or sent me to Christiana. But her uncle goes, well, if you went to Christiana or went to Salem, you probably wouldn't have had that long of a wait. I said, yeah, well, if I go to Jiffy Lube, I won't have that.
Mile. Keep left on
I won't have that long a
road.
wait either, but they might forget to put oil back in my car. You know? It's like, you gotta weigh your options. It's like, okay, I might stay later, but I'll have a better, it might take more time, but I'll have a better experience. So like, if I go to the dealership, I might wait longer, but when I go to the dealership, well, actually, I'm not even gonna say dealership, because last time I went to a dealer, I'm not that happy about that. You might remember me talking about the lug nuts missing from this. But okay, like, let's just say I go to the place that did the brakes, TC's Rod Shop. If I have them doing
left on Folk Road.
If I have them do an oil change, they lube they lube the chassis, any chassis points that have grease fittings. They lube the door hinges, the hood hinges, the hood latch.
In 3/4 of a
They
mile,
check the air in my
take the ramp
tires.
on the right.
They make sure that when I leave, I have had the best experience I can have.
In 1/2 mile, take the ramp on the right, then turn left.
Okay, so I need to get into the side or into the lane that has not been plowed. Well, actually, it's been plowed, but it's just snowed back over. Yeah, but yeah, I was happy that I went there rather than to a hospital where I know. Actually, my sister-in-law had a problem and she went to Salem and they couldn't find it, so they sent her home, and then my mother found her unresponsive a couple hours later.
Take the ramp on the right, then turn left.
Oh crap. I need to get back into the other lane. I forgot about this. And I'm at a stoplight. My mother found her unresponsive, so she took her to a hospital called Virtua. And they fixed her up right away. They would rather just send you home rather than try to figure out what actually ails you. And I don't like that, because they did a soft tissue x-ray and they saw that I didn't have any.
Turn left on Concord Pike.
Didn't have anything in my throat, but they didn't see anything down. They didn't take that x-ray. They told me that they were going to give me this IV, and then they were going to do the chest x-ray. And they gave me the IV. I guess the lady realized that I was going to fight them the whole way, but I got some people looking at me kind of funky. And so she just basically told me everything that was going to happen. This light needs to hurry up and go green. The Taco Bell I had ain't sitting too well either. But Atlantic Landscape Company. They're putting down. Oh yeah, in Delaware they tend to put down sand instead of salt. This light's actually kind of annoying. So I need to make a right, almost right off this exit.
In 1/2 mile, take the exit on the right to I-95 South toward Baltimore.
I always screw up this exit. Or this, I always screw up when I'm on this road. And, 'cause I don't come this way often enough to really know it. But yeah, so, yeah, they did the soft tissue exam and saw nothing. And they told me, oh, well, what we'll do is we'll give you the IV
Take
and then
the exit on the right to
then take
I-95
you
South
for a chest
toward
x-ray.
Baltimore.
So when I got the piece out, I'm like, yeah, I don't think we need that chest x-ray. But they wanted to make sure that we got everything that was, so they didn't do the x-ray after they saw that I was able to swallow and all that. But yeah, overall it was a pretty crappy night, you know, spending 7 hours in the hospital. But hey, you know, yeah, this has been a crazy week because I started off the week with muscle spasms in my back. During the church service, actually during setup, I ended up having muscle spasms in my back. And then,
In 3 3/4 miles, take the exit on the left
I ended up,
to I-295 North toward Delban Branch.
ended up doing those icy hot patches, but like right in here hurts, and it's hi Matt, I just got your message. I see you sent a photo, but right now I'm on 95 in Delaware, so I can't really respond to it. I see that you sent a photo. I don't know what that is yet. Yeah, I ended up using one of the icy hot patches on my back. And here's the thing that annoys me is I went to Rite Aid for them because I usually get the Rite Aid brand ones because they actually work really, really well. And they had a sale on the icy hot brand, which actually made them cheaper than the Rite Aid. But at Rite Aid, they have their back pain stuff, like say these icy hot patches. There's a special back pain medicine that is on the bottom shelf in the back of the store, so I have to hobble my way to the back of the store and then bend down to get it. It's like, that is not fair. But life's not fair, kid. They say bridges ice over faster than the normal roadway, and this whole area is bridges. I'm trying to decide if a road trip is worth it. I like bridges. You may or may not know this. Like, I get excited over the fact that when we go to see Madame Roy, I get to go over the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel Bridge. Like, I love that. But I just found out that there's a Tampa Bay Bridge that I really want to see. It's a similar design to a bridge that we have here on in Delaware on Route 1. The Route 1 bridge, and some might call it the New St. George Bridge, I don't know, but it's a very similar design, and I but it's like the longest bridge of that design. And I really want to drive down to Tampa to see it. But it's just so cool. But oh wow, this has been over 20 minutes now. But yeah, so I need to stop.
3/4 of a mile, take the exit on the left to I-295 north toward Del Bab Branch.
It's seeing BR as branch for some reason instead of bridge. What's very annoying about this section is, excuse me, people will ride in this lane, which is for the 295 exit off of 95, even though they have no intentions on taking this exit.
Take the exit on the left.
Like all they're trying to do is pass people, and then sometimes, 95 will be backed up, and there's just people trying to get over, and they can't because they're trying to pass everybody because they're some super important person. Oh, by the way, I used to think that heated mirrors were just a gimmick. But I am enjoying having the heated mirrors on this on. Because they keep it from icing over. And that's pretty darn cool. But yeah, so like I have some videos planned, but right now I'm just trying to rest and relax. I just realized I'm going on for 22 minutes. But yeah, this has been a pretty crappy week. Not sure what I'm doing right that has me under attack right now.
I-295 north.
But whatever I did has me under attack. Oh well. The Bible says I will be attacked, so can't be too upset. Yeah, the other cool thing is before I left, because I left quite a few hours ago, I wanted to. You can go online. You can Google. Actually, I'll put a link in the description. Maybe, who knows? But you can Google the Delaware Memorial Bridge traffic cameras and watch them live right on their website. And that's pretty darn
Keep
cool.
right to I-295 north.
I made the mistake once of trying to cross the bridge when it first started snowing and almost died because I was in a two-wheel drive truck with almost 400 foot-pound of torque on not snow tires.
4 1/4 miles. Take exit 1A on the right to
And,
Route 49 East.
Everything was fine until like traffic stopped on the bridge. That is when things turned ugly because I had to then go up the bridge with no traction. And yeah, that was a pretty bad day. I thought for sure I was going to end up dying. I made it over, and then I just kind of asked my mother to log on to the. Actually, I was buying a part for her van, and so I ended up asking her to check the bridge cameras to tell me if the bridge was clear. And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's looking good." Okay, well then I'm gonna head home, but if not, I'm just gonna sit in the truck for a while. even though there's snow, this trip didn't really take me too much longer than normal because it's only about a 25-minute trip, and I'm almost home. I actually need to make a stop somewhere else on the way, and so I'm probably just going to end up hanging, pause this video in a little bit so that I can. Oh, I have a question for you guys. One of the things I was thinking of doing is now that this Cabby Lake, or whatever you want to call it, is coming out. What I was thinking of doing is when I move into my new place, I thought about building a Skylake system, or possibly a Cabby Lake. I don't know. But I was thinking of going on using the 6700K as a starting point on it, and do the whatever that fancy chipset is that they use, and then probably do something like 32 gigs of RAM. Just build myself what I'm calling a celebratory computer system. My question is, would you guys rather see me build an Intel project, or would you like to see me go Ryzen? Because I might see about doing a Ryzen system. See how this new AMD architecture will work out. Because that's looking pretty darn good. Right now, the best computer in my house is a i5 4690K, 16 gigs of RAM. This thing runs like a dream. Because I know they're supposed to be announcing another graphics card above the R9 480, or whatever above the 480. So
in 3/4 of a mile, take exit 1A on the right.
So I was thinking
49 East.
Build an all red system. Do either the 480 or whatever the one above that is, as well as doing a Ryzen processor. I don't know what the processor names are going to be yet, or numbers. So, what do you think? What would you like to see? Let me know in the comments.
Take exit 1A on the right to Route 49 East.
Because to be honest, I like my i5. I don't even have a graphics card in it, and it does everything I need to do as far as
turn left on North Hook Road, then turn right.
As far as video editing and watching content. That thing's plenty powerful. So I really don't have a need, it's a want. And because what I was thinking is I'd give my i5 to my girl, either that or use that as a home theater system. But yeah, it's like, because I'm kind of excited about what I'm seeing out of this Ryzen, because it's not, the best performance, but when you look at, they're comparing it, the processors they're comparing it to are supposed to be like $600 processors, and for all we know, this could be a $200 processor, and that would force Intel to bring their prices down because but yeah, I'm just kind of, I'm curious. I know what my budget will be, And I can tell you, most likely gonna come in way under if I do AMD. But, because that's the other thing, because I was thinking of doing a 6700K, 32 gigs of RAM, probably a 1070 or maybe a 1060, and then a good SSD, and then 4 terabyte hard drive. But if I can do this, I'm not a gamer. I think we've established this already. My brain just stopped. So I'm not a gamer, but I want to build a badass computer. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. I want to build a badass system that that'll be pretty, badass. I'm going to tell you, actually, you know what I might as well do now? Here's what my plans are for my new house. In the back here, I have the G3258 build that I did. That is, I'm going to build the one area where there's an area in my house that's kind of, or this new house we're getting, it's a very useless closet. It's very oddly shaped. It's not really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some, normally you'd build a rack system out of metal, but I'm going to build it out of wood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a rack system, and I'm going to buy a couple rack mount cases pretty cheap. I'm going to build this this G3258 is actually going to be a router. That's going to be it's going to, I don't know if you remember that Action Tech system that I got. That is going to be my wireless access point, as well as going to have 2 jacks on it, and I'm going to have another card with 4 ports, and that'll be the systems that are in the room itself. I might actually get a second Action Tech wireless point for the other side of the trailer. Have the modem coming in, that's going to go to the router. And then I'm also on the network, I'm going to have a file server. I'm not sure what system is going to be that yet, if at all. I really don't think I need a file server. I think having 4 terabyte hard drives in each system will suffice. And then my i5 system will most likely get will most likely be used in the living room. Well, for the living room, that's going to go in a rack mount case. That's going to have a Thunderbolt Express card in it, so that I can do a Thunderbolt dock in the living room, where I'll get my HDMI out, get my USB and all that, so I can use the USB keyboard and mouse, and that's going to be used for coding, as well as what's that other thing, for the well, yeah, I'm going to have a Western Digital MyCloud on there. I keep trying to say Western Digital, but it's not Western Digital. It's HD Home Run. I'll have the cable card in that, and then and then also there will be another system for the bedroom that will have the same setup with the Thunderbolt dock. And then I haven't decided whether to use that type of setup along with the two offices, because I'm going to have my music room as well as music room / office, and she's going to have her office along with the bedroom. And I haven't really decided yet how we're doing those, whether we're just going to use them as use the docks in there, or if we're going to just have the computers in there. But if I can pull this off, it's going to be a pretty neat setup. And I don't know how much of that I'll be able to film, because I'll be in the process of moving and getting, this isn't going to be all overnight type of thing. It's just going to be, it'll happen when it happens. So I'm at a Walgreens. I need to pick something up. So I'm going to call this a vlog and say thank you for watching. Have a very blessed day.